Wastewater treatment, also called as sewage treatment, the removal of impurity from wastewater or sewage before it reaches natural body of water, such as river, lake, and ocean. Since pure water is not found in nature, any distinction between clean water and polluted water depends on type and concentration of impurity found in the water, as well as on its intended uses. Wastewater treatment is the crucial link. It provides the service that from sanitation sector delivery to society. The objective of my project is, first, to familiarize with the operation of wastewater treatment plant. Second is to understand the function of each tank. The last one is to identify the pH value of the wastewater sample. In this experiment have some scope and limitation, such as the apparatus uses are not exactly same as the real wastewater treatment plant. The second one is the limited equipment uses to test the pH value of the water sample. The last one is the experiment doing in open area, so that may have some effect to affect the result. According to this project, we expect to know the condition of the wastewater tested. Second, is know the current wastewater treatment plant technique. The third one is to know how to get the pH value of the water in the correct way. The last one is to know the importance of wastewater treatment plant. The material and apparatus used in this project is water pump, plastic box, drainage water, sediments filter, wire mesh, pH test strip, pipe, and mineral bottle. The procedure to conduct this project is the wastewater treatment plants was set up as shown in the image. Second is the tank was named as receiving tank, screen and grid chamber, skimming tank, primary sedimentary tank, aeration tank, secondary sedimentary tank, filtration tank, disinfection tank, and lastly, distribution station. The third procedure is the water pump presses in the basin and connected to the receiving tank. Next, the sediment filtration was pressed in the filtration tank. Then, switch on the water pump and record the process of each tank. Lastly, place the pH test strip in each tank and correct the pH value.
This project is demo about wastewater treatment plant. We can see here got different type of tank, which different tank have different function. Start from the receiving tank. This tank will receive and store compressed water after exit the air compress. Next is the skimming tank. This is a chamber that uses to remove the floating matter from the sewage. Now this is primary sedimentary tank. This includes simple process that deal with debris and solid material. The purpose of this tank is to remove large floating objects such as rock or stick that may crop by or damage equipment. It's important to increase the effectiveness. This is aeration process which will adding air into wastewater to allow biodegradation of the pollutant component. In secondary treatment, the organic material that remains in the wastewater is reduced biologically. It actually involves harnessing and accelerating the natural process of waste disposal whereby bacteria convert organic matter to stable form. Both aerobic and anaerobic processes are employed in secondary sedimentary treatment.
This is the filtration process, which uses to separate particle and fluid in a suspensions where the fluid can be a liquid, a gas, or a supercritical fluid.
Disinfection is the process of removing microorganisms by chemical or physical agents.
According to the result, we can ensure that from receiving tank until the filtration tank, the pH value is 14. For disinfection tank, the pH value is 9. And for distribution station, the pH value is 7. That means the water is ready to use. But the pH test not relevant uses to check the pollutant of the water. The correct way to check the pollutant of the water is by using the COD and BOD method. These two is the most general parameters to measure the organic pollutant of the wastewater treatment. The COD can describe the oxygen tank required to oxidize both organic and inorganic matter in wastewater sample. For BOD, this can describe the quantity of oxygen consumed over 5D measurement. The conclusion of this project is we know that the clean water is very important to our ecosystem, health, economy, and community. The wastewater, which include contaminants, will harm the health of animal, plants, and humans also. The major aim of wastewater treatment is to remove the suspended solid as much as possible before it discharged back to the environment. Lastly, wastewater treatment can restore the water supply and protect the planet from the toxic. The project that I made is wastewater treatment plant. It was based on my observation and interest of wastewater technology nowadays. The plant project was develop more knowledge about wastewater treatment technology. In this experiment, I learned the process of wastewater treatment plant and learned deeply about the function, meaning, and uses of each tank and process. I set out by putting all necessary tanks such as receiving tank, screen and grid chamber, primary sedimentary tank, aeration tank, filtration tank, distribution tank, disinfection tank, and secondary sedimentary tank. The theory that influenced me in this particular project is the collection and treatment of sewage along with purifying and returning the water to the environment is a cornerstone to public health and safety. In this experiment, I used the drainage water to do the treatment. Before I start the project, I already read some research and know the process of each tank. Therefore, I brought the wire mesh sedimentary filter and built the demo of wastewater treatment plant according the original wastewater treatment plant. After that, I classified the water flow in each tank and proven that the theory about wastewater treatment is used to purifying the water.